Last week I left off with maybe a kind of a simplistic view of how to handle our stress and the things we're going through. But it seems simplistic, but it's really much more complicated than that. I love the story in the Gospels. It's actually found in three out of the four Gospels about Jesus when he's in the boat and he calms the water and the waves. And if you recall, the story begins with the disciples and Jesus crossing the lake. And as they cross the lake, the storm arises. Now, during this storm, we find that Jesus is asleep. Um, and maybe that's where we feel sometimes when we're going through difficult times. Like, where is God in this? Maybe he's asleep, not paying attention. But think about this for a second. The disciples, some of these guys were fishermen, so they had experienced time on the lake, and potentially even been in a squall that has arisen just like this. And if not, they at least knew what could happen, and so they feared for their lives. They knew that if something didn't happen dramatically, there's a drastic change in something that this could end their lives. It could end miserably. So they go to Jesus and they find him asleep. You know, we often go through some difficult times. As educators, we have the pressures of the government putting on these mandates, in particular the statewide testing, that we have to have our students perform at a certain level to be considered a quality teacher or a quality school. We have the pressures of parents who aren't happy with maybe how we handled something or instructed a kid, and so sometimes we get those negative emails that come in, and then we have the additional pressure of maybe the principal or your central office who are sending you emails about how you need to handle something or take care of something or have something completed in a particular time period. And it just seems like I can't get all this done, and it just keeps adding on, and the stressors just keep adding pressure on our shoulders, and they almost feel like they're just sagging and being weighed down by this weight. And then we have the emotions that we just have in our own basic lives of our own family or wanting families or whatever that may be, and then the finances that go along with it. It just continues to grow, and the stress just eats at us, and physically we start to even feel sick. Spiritually, we feel sick, and we feel like these disciples just drowning in the stress, just drowning in what's going on. And we go to find Jesus, and you feel like he's asleep. But Jesus isn't asleep because he doesn't care. Jesus is asleep because he knows he can take care of it. He's at rest because he fears nothing. This is the man who was there when God developed and created and designed the molecules and the laws of nature that created these winds and created these waves. He was there when he put the mountains into place, and when he placed the stars in the heavens, and the millions and millions and billions of planets and solar systems that are out there. The beauty of the nature of and design that we see with our very own eyes, the colors and the variety of plants and animals that we get to see, the sunrises and the sunsets, and it's just the gorgeousness of all that. He was there, he created that. So when he saw the stress of the winds and the waves, it was almost like he woke up and said, "Oh, what you guys got going on? What's the problem?" And he looks at us, not in anger, but he's waiting for us to wake him in a sense of not necessarily he's asleep. He's waiting for us to come to him because he says, "Eric, this is nothing. I got it. Just give it to me. Just give it to me. I'll take care of this." It's what he's saying to you. Just give it to me. I've got this. This is nothing. Just hand it over. I'll take care of it. He's not asleep at the helm and without care. He's just waiting for you to turn it over to him. He's got it.